This is a really good tip for social anxiety and communicating with others. Let's get it.
Yeah. I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumit Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I'll help you feel better and perform better. Today I want to mention something very briefly that I recognized. And the thing that you want to really practice is you want to ask yourself one question. And that one question is, where is a little bit of me in this other person? Okay? Now, not only does that help you with your levels of compassion and empathy to connect with that person, it also gives you a reminder of this deep understanding with yourself, okay? Now, I tried this with one of my clients recently, and I also tried it with a couple of other prospects, and I think it's a very powerful frame of mind where you start to incorporate that person's worldview, but also adjust it with your own. And you find the missing link, you find the humanity between two people. And I think that's very important for us to practice that kind of mindfulness. Another technique that I've always found is really great for stage fright is I like to imagine that I'm on stage and the rest of the people in the audience are clones, right? Just clones, like copies of me. Now, again, this might seem like, okay, narcissism or whatever it is, you might have your own frame on it, but my take is there's no separation, right? In your own egoic nature, your biocentrism is really amplified, and you don't have that disconnection anymore. And so there's no more anxiety. There's no more feeling like, oh, they're going to judge me, because it's you judging yourself in a sense. And that's a very powerful frame of mind to adopt. Another thing to feel better on stage is to imagine that you're almost as you're walking, you're on a cloud. So that makes your movements a lot more lighter rather than heavier, right? And so that's another powerful tweak that you can apply. Also, it's important for you to understand, how are you engaging with the audience? Like, let's say that there's a couple of points that you want to say, maybe 4 or 5 points that you really want to, get across. You have to ask yourself, how is it relevant to them? Like, what's in it for them, right? What's in it for the customer? So something really important that my business coach Joe told me a while back is that you don't need money to make money. You need customers to make money, okay? Let me say that again. You don't need money to make money. You need customers to make money. So you need a niche. You need a group of people that you're serving. You got to understand the needs of the marketplace and really empathize and deeply put your trust in them. Put your understanding and research in them. Not so much that, oh, I need to spend this much amount of money to get an ROI. Like, stop spending so much of your time trying to pump money into the system, and instead put money into actually researching the right amount of prospects, and that will save you a lifetime of this kind of confusion, right? And so this is a very easy technique to incorporate. However, it's very powerful. So the one thing you can ask yourself is, what's in it for them? How is this product or service or what you're doing relevant to the people, right? And I've given you a couple of examples, one in public speaking, one in business. Now let's talk about relationships. What about relationships? Well, in relationships, you're trying to relate to the other person, right? If you're still finding that missing link that is connecting you. So the best way to do this is I've noticed, is through intuitive cold reading. So you generally can tell whether someone is more open or more shy based on their body language. There's a lot of kind of adjustments and tricks of the trade of in the psychic world that you can also learn. Cold reading is heavily used in the psychic realms. Cold reading is used by a lot of psychics, and there's this Barnum effect that takes place. So highly recommend that you learn to read body language when it comes to relationships. That stuff is so key, so important in terms of really dissolving any kind of anxiety that you have within yourself. So these are the techniques for you today. I'm headed over somewhere. Have an incredible day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary.